Hello guys, welcome back to TFD. Today's update is straight out of the Show Me Something podcast. The latest post-Thanksgiving edition just dropped on YouTube and everywhere you get your podcasts. And this one, it comes with some very interesting tea. So, as you know, this is Sophie Cunningham's podcast, and ever since Sophie officially joined Project B, fans have been waiting to hear what really went down behind the scenes. Well, Sophie finally gave a little insight, and in the middle of explaining how she got involved, she may have accidentally confirmed something major about Caitlin Clark's future. According to Sophie, she tried multiple times to recruit Caitlin Clark to play in the upcoming league. And Caitlin, she basically said, "Nah, I'm good." Not once, but twice. That's right, Sophie publicly admitted Caitlin turned down the league 2 separate times. Now, before we jump to conclusions, keep in mind the new league is still a long way from tipping off. Anything can happen. Plans change, negotiations shift, but if we're going off what Sophie revealed, it sure sounds like Caitlin Clark has no intention of joining this league right now. Let's roll the clip and break it all down.
Leagues are there? 3?
I would
2?
say that like a lot of the American players are doing, or I would say the majority is 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think there's going to be a lot of people switching over.
That's cool.
So like, here's my thing. So all these leagues are great, but at the end of the day, like if you don't have the W, you don't have the platform.
Right.
So you don't have the eyes, you don't have the recognition.
That's right, Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
You have the W.
Yeah. I tried to get her to like play in this one. She's like, no.
I saw Kelsey Mitchell's playing.
Yeah, which I'm super excited about.
Yeah.
Super excited to play with Kels. Or I don't know if I'll play with her, but we'll be in the same league. But so you go to like 7 different markets around the world. You're only there for a certain amount of time and then you have the rest of the time off. So I could like stay in that market and travel for free pretty much.
Do you know the markets?
I do, but I don't know the exact city. So I know there's like 2 in Asia, 2 in Europe, I think 2 in the North and South Americas and 1 elsewhere.
Dude, that fucking rocks.
I'm excited because I actually miss kind of traveling the world.
Yeah.
I was in France for 7 months. I went to Australia at the beginning of my career. Loved it. You just get cultured. It's fun. And I've missed it, but I also don't want to play year round. Like my body can't handle it. I have other things I want to do that I'm interested in. And so this just gives me the perfect opportunity to go play, get cultured, like see the world, but also like be able to come home and still experience like what I want to experience.
So you think...
Okay, so she pretty much confirmed a couple of major things. And let me tell you, this changes the whole conversation. Number 1, Caitlin Clark is not going to be playing in this league. Not right now, not the way things stand. And number 2, she straight up said, "I see a lot of people switching." Now, I don't think she meant for that to sound as heavy as it did, but come on, that line alone tells you exactly what's going on behind the scenes. Because here's the truth. This has been part of the larger story all along. I've been saying for months that moves like this could absolutely wreck Unrivaled. You start seeing players switching, exploring other opportunities, talking to new leagues. Yeah, that's how things fall apart. She made it clear she tried to get Caitlin Clark to join, and Caitlin said no more than once. Whether that changes in the future, we'll see, but as of right now, she's out. She also confirmed everything surrounding Project B, including the fact that Caitlin turned them down multiple times before finally giving even a small maybe. That should tell you something. And let's get into the funding talk, because that's where things get even more interesting. She says there's no Saudi money coming into the league. Fine. She says it's mostly tech companies backing this, Steve Young, Novak Djokovic, some Silicon Valley cash. But there is still a Saudi company connected to the project. They are giving money to a Saudi-owned business partnered with Project B. So whether people want to admit it or not, the Saudis are still involved. Now, normally that wouldn't even be a story until you remember how many activists are in this league. Those same folks who've spoken out loudly for years, suddenly partnering with a nation they've criticized? Whew, that's gonna be interesting. But back to Caitlin. She's not playing in Project B yet, and we're still about 9-10 months away from this thing launching. Anything can happen. Minds can change, negotiations can shift. And one more thing. we still have no media rights deal on the table. None. Until that drops, everything else is just talk. Tell me what your guys think. All right, let's move on to the other Caitlyn story. And this one involves none other than Stephanie White, who has suddenly popped up everywhere. She was just on Sue Bird's podcast, basically doing a full-blown media run. And of course, she spoke about Caitlin Clark. And let me tell you, a lot of people are not happy with some of the things she said. Now, y'all already know how I feel about Stephanie White. I've never been the biggest fan, and I've always believed taking Caitlin Clark off the ball hurt her development more than it helped. And that's just the truth. So, I'm definitely interested to see how this full interview plays out because the little clips already circulating, yeah, they're getting people fired up. This right here is the clip that's going viral, and once you hear it, you'll understand exactly why the fan base is reacting the way they are.
And with Caitlin, she's a hard worker because of what she's been able to accomplish. But until you see that there's no wasted movements, no wasted reps, no wasted anything, you just have such a level of respect for how she goes about her work every day. And understanding the spotlight that she's on, understanding the weight that she carries because of who she is. And she's literally like Taylor Swift 2.0. And that somehow she's able to compartmentalize and come to the gym, get everything that she has to get done. She's off doing everything all the time, but when she's there, she's working.
Stephanie White single-handedly set women's basketball back in ways she doesn't even understand. Look here, someone tweet this. How dare she imply that Caitlyn still has stuff to work on? She's ruining her shot by making her work on it. She injured herself by working last year. Steph White is the devil and is intentionally sabotaging her. Did you know she had a bad record at Vanderbilt? Outrage! Am I doing this right? Let's read some reaction. Here said, think you're lacking just a bit in the outrage. Need more caps to really set that tone. Others said, are you secretly Venom? Someone said, if you play the video backwards, she actually says she hates Caitlyn and wants her to die.
I warned y'all last year. Stephanie White wasn't moving right. She wasn't. And everything we're seeing now proves it. Now, let's talk about this. I was sitting there breaking down the whole Caitlin Clark saga. The rise, the mania, the chaos, everything. And question that really made me stop and think, do you think Caitlin Clark wanted all of this? And honestly, when I looked back at everything that's happened from the moment she left Iowa up until right now, my answer was simple. I don't know, but I genuinely don't think she did. I don't think Caitlin Clark ever asked for this level of attention. I don't think she wanted people dissecting every move she makes, posting videos about her every single day, dragging her into debates she didn't start. I don't think her family wanted to deal with the craziness, the noise, the negativity, the pressure. I truly believe Caitlin Clark just wanted to hoop. It's clear as sunlight. The girl loves basketball. That's what she's built for. She's not a social media junkie. She's not out here posting reels every hour. I don't even think she had a real TikTok presence until the world forced one onto her. She was just a small town kid who happened to have a generational jump shot and suddenly found herself at the center of a global storm. Now, does that mean she didn't benefit from the hype? Of course she did. She absolutely gained financially, and massively. But with big rewards come big responsibilities, and Caitlyn got hit with both at once. And let's be real here. I do think she let too many people influence her. Move her around, take her off the ball, bulk her up, change her game, add pressure she didn't need. And absolutely, that played a role in everything we're seeing. But then you hear Stephanie White on these interviews saying, Caitlyn has to realize she's the talent, she runs the show. Okay, fine, but Stephanie also has to look in the mirror and admit that she mishandled the Caitlin Clark era in a major way. Was Stephanie a solid coach? Sure. Was she capable of getting the Fever over the hump? Yes. But did she help Caitlin Clark grow into the superstar she's supposed to be? No, she didn't. She held her back. She limited her game. She dimmed the Caitlin Clark effect. And in doing so, she didn't just hurt Caitlin, she hurt the entire wave of momentum women's basketball was riding on without even realizing it.